Welcome to Instablog's Global Report. This is Tukmini with fresh updates and more citizen voices from all over the world. Stories for the day are: Brazil's local elections bring mixed results for President Lula da Silva. Cinema owners in Pakistan showcasing Indian movies. Mexicans march to observe 1968 massacre. And water levels in the Sea of Galilee at the lowest. Brazil's local elections have brought mixed results for President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva's Workers' Party. Almost 130 million Brazilian voters went to the polls on Sunday to elect the mayors and the councillors. The elections are seen as an indicator of who may succeed Mr. Lula when he steps down in 2010. CJ Celso leads recently held local elections that brought mixed results for President da Silva.
This is Celso, citizen journalist reporting from Brazil for Instablogs. In this Sunday were held elections in all municipalities to choose the new mayors and city councillors. Voting is mandatory in Brazil. Around 125 million people voted in electronic ballots, which ensures a process of verification of the votes faster, safer and effective. In most of Brazil, the elections passed without major problems. Of the more than 5,000 municipalities, only 100 had some kind of problem, such as the arrest of election candidates doing propaganda in places of voting. In about 400 cities, the army's presence was needed for the security of voters against possible attacks by criminal gangs. All results already were released because 100% of the votes was counted in this night, in which new governors and a new president will be chosen. The governors who get elected, their candidates, will be strengthened for the presidential campaign. Lula, despite his high level of popularity, is still unable to choose a viable successor, and the main opposition candidate, José Serra, seems to emerge stronger after today.
Pakistan's moribund film industry has got a new lease of life ever since Bollywood movies were allowed to be screened there. Many cinema halls closed for years are now being reopened to run Indian movies, thus giving a shot in the arm to the country's hard-hit exhibition sector. CJ Karim Khan wants the government to remove the ban on showcasing Bollywood movies to resuscitate the country's ailing film industry.
Citizen journalist reporting from Pakistan on Instablogs. Cinema owners in Pakistan are trying to showcase movies that attract families and young viewers. The latest Bollywood flick running to packed houses within Pakistan is the Akshay Kumar-Katrina Kaif starrer called Singh is King. The movie has been a complete delight for any Pakistani moviegoer passionate about the Bollywood films. Pakistan and India might have their long-held differences, but nothing can deny the fact that Pakistanis prefer Indian film productions that are slick and lavishly produced. It is also no secret that many Pakistanis travel to India just to watch the latest Bollywood flick starring their favorite actors and actresses. It is vital that the Pakistani government remove the ban on showing Indian movies so that their exhibition and distribution pours in money vital to our production houses. This will help increase the competitiveness of the Pakistani cinema besides entertaining millions of people in the country.
Thousands of Mexicans marched across their nation's capital to demand justice for victims of 1968 massacre of students by the government troops. The bloody student massacre is also contemporary Mexico's most traumatic atrocity and one that remains unresolved. CJ Oscar Estrada demands justice from the Mexican government for the victims' families.
This is Oscar Villanueva, citizen journalist from Mexico. Thousands of Mexicans marched across the nation's capitals in hopes of pressuring the Mexican government to expose the truth behind the bloody massacre of students protesters 40 years ago in Mexico City's Tlatelolco Square. The failure to acknowledge the massacre on October 2, 1968, when military troops and tanks opened fire on students has left a deep scar in Mexican society. That scar can only be healed by full disclosure, bringing the perpetrators to justice and providing reparations to the victims of their families. It is shameful that 40 years after the massacre, the details of that day remain unclear. President Calderon cannot remain silent on this chapter of Mexico's history. The Mexican general public, together with the victims' families, demand the administration to open all relevant archives, establish a new independent inquiry, and punish those responsible for this horrific crime.
The waters of the Sea of Galilee are now at their lowest on record and are set to fall even lower. Those successive years of drought with rainfall less than half the annual average, combined with Israel's relentless pumping of water to irrigate farmland and supply homes, has led to the shortage. CJ Jesse Edwards demands implementation of stricter measures to reduce the exploitation of waters in the Sea of Galilee.
This is Jesse Edwards, citizen journalist from Israel, reporting on Instablogs. The government of Israel seems to be oblivious to the damage being caused to the country's largest lake, the Sea of Galilee. 4 years of drought and relentless demand from homeowners and farmers have brought down the water levels to the lowest record ever. Despite the falling levels, pumping of the water continues from the lake. The main factor driving the unquenchable thirst is Israel's projection of itself as a country of pioneering farmers who made the desert bloom, much in contrast to the previous Palestinian owners who were prepared to live on the barren land. The Israeli government must initiate stricter measures to stop cultivation of alien crops that are not suited to the desert and then exporting them to the West. The drop in the water levels is not only causing increased salination, but also affecting the fish stocks. The government should seriously consider establishing desalination plants and begin valuing its ecology before the water disappears altogether.
If you want your voice to be heard by millions, let Instablogs be your choice. You can contact us at cj@instablogs.com. That's all for today's show. We'll be back with fresh updates and more citizen voices. Till then, it's goodbye from the entire team of Global Report.